How's it going, everybody? Welcome. You could say I was a bit inspired to update the list. You could say that. Today's focus is going to be updating the worst Smash tweets list. First, we're going to recap the last list, and then I will be updating with the ones that I think should make the list, and then we'll see if any other ones need to round it out. So, as I mentioned, like, let's say the best Smash tweets list, that's like at 35 now, right? The worst Smash tweets list is only like at 5 or something. It's a much smaller list because it's a lot harder to find. But some tweets are so bad that they're kind of funny, and those are the ones I prefer to have on this stream. Now, I want to start off by saying, anyone that makes this list for a tweet, please understand that these people are not to be harassed. Don't talk shit about who they are, people, etc. It's like sometimes people write something so bad that it's kind of funny. And I included on this list, right? It doesn't mean that they're terrible people or they deserve harassment. It's literally, this is just for fun. So if they're on the list, just leave them the fuck alone and laugh at the list, enjoy the list, etc. But just leave it at that, okay, everybody? So let's pull up the old list so we can recap a little bit. And then I'm going to go over my own abominations. 10 subs for Hugs to get pegged. No, I don't want this. Why does everyone want this? So I got 3 of mine. Okay, yeah, this was a contender, right? It was a promo tweet. Pizza and beer for the culture. Tell me this doesn't look fire. And spoiler alert, this did not look fire. This was like, I upset the entire East Coast for my dog shit frozen pizza. Look, that's my B. All right, yeah, it was pretty bad. This does not reflect on Voodoo Ranger. Maybe I was a little buzzed, but you know, a lot of things taste better on a little bit of beer. Okay, here's another one that this is. I hate reviewing my own. I decided to make a chapstick tweet, which some people said was fire. So I thought it'd be really funny if I invented some kind of like spam tweet as if I got hacked, but then I just made it up, right? Do I have to read this? I don't want to read this. I lost 603 chapsticks in my lifetime. You'll never guess how many you've lost. I found out at howmanychapsticks.com. Hashtag chapstick. Hashtag how many. Everyone was like, Hugo, what the f is this? Because that website doesn't exist. No, it's not fire. It's a terrible tweet. Okay, I move on. All right, this is already in the last video. I want to move on. Okay, this one was so bad it actually made the list. You guys have probably seen it before. But basically, 2014, guys. Never been a female in porn whose name I wasn't able to find. I don't know why I tweeted that. It's still there. And then Woogie with the response, he just decided to put that logo on my shirt. Of course, I have no idea what that is. Thanks, Woogie, for that. I mean, look, chat, if you're laughing at some of these tweets, that's the point. That's what the worst Smash tweets list is supposed to be. It's kind of so bad it should make you laugh. If it's just straight up terrible and like angering, then I don't want it on here. That's recapping mine from last time, and then let's check out some of the ones that made the list last time before I move on to today's list, the updated list, okay? So here's some bangers. This one did not make the list. This one was Cola's, okay, where he said Pikachu owned slaves. I feel like Pikachu did not. I don't know why we are equating Smash characters with such an act, but you know, Cola's a cool dude. Just, you know, some tweets might miss. For me, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. We had the classic, of course. I think this one was number 1. You guys know this. Salem, Smash player of yore, said Melee has never been legitimately part of the rest of the community. It's so obvious, but nobody wants to accept that fact, which is fine. I'll do me. And then, you know, Mike Hayes responds, I don't know why you're holding resent towards Melee, you know, etc. And then he says the classic, yeah, I'm a Smash player. Along with that, I know many things that most don't know about these communities. Melee isn't part of the actual Smash community, and I'm not saying that because I don't like them. I'm saying that based off of years of research. That takes one of the cakes. This is one that I deem to be the worst Smash tweet. This is my personal one. I had to take a screenshot because I thought it'd be deleted. Someone was saying that people that have Wi-Fi, like Nintendo, should make others aware of people that are on Wi-Fi so we don't have to subject ourselves to playing them on shitty internet. And this person said, so all Wi-Fi warriors should suffer unfairly because of the possibility of being laggy? It's like saying all black people should suffer unfairly because of the possibility of some of them being criminal. Should we all just segregate them too? Okay, I know we got an update today, but I don't think anything's gonna beat this. This is the worst Smash tweet I've ever read in my life. They are comparing the struggles of jumping on to fighting games with shitty Wi-Fi with the struggles of being a black person in America. Not really apples to apples there. See, I can't let those go, right? I have to make this list to, like, those deserve to be called out. Okay, and then this one by my good friend, Nintendo. Chat, pretty much anytime you make a comparison between something important and Smash, you might end up on this list. Where Nintendo says, Icy's player have absolutely been getting bullied out of the game. True. If Melee had its own hate speech, Wobbler would be it. Also, all of the top 100 ICs from recent years have been inactive, retired, and out, and there were quite a few of them. Yes, comparing actual hate speech to Wobble hate. And then Ryobi, a contender for one of the best Smash tweets of the year. Yeah, okay, I won't say Wobbler, but can I say Wobbler? And okay, that fucking killed me. Can't say Wobbler with a hard R. And then one of the other classics, and this will be the last one I go over from the recap. You can also check out the video, as I said. It involves, you know, one of those that kind of transcends lists and makes it onto multiple. Okay, our good friend SFAT with the classic. Playing net play is like touching yourself while watching porn, but playing on a CRT is like having a certain someone touching you. Beautiful tweet. It's both great, it's both terrible, cursed, it's everything. It's everything you could ever want out of a tweet. Oh, and then one more. Last one to recap. Sorry. One more time. The left one. Trust me, you know absolutely nothing about streaming if you think minimum wage jobs are harder. Oh, yes. The struggles of working at McDonald's for dogshit pay or Amazon do not come close to comparing to streaming a video game for a living. So even if I didn't order them, I'm pretty sure these were the top, like, 5. I think I just listed 5, right? I think these were the 5 that we included on the list. I'll try to make a list today, okay? I'll try to actually make a numbered list today. With that being said, chat, I gotta start off with my own tweet/tweets, plural, okay? So I like to think that I don't throw some stinkers out there too often, but I'd argue I had 2. Okay, I had 3, okay? Number 1 is the one that I have since deleted, where I did the whole thing with hating on casters who took Nintendo money, okay? But the initial tweet itself, I was disappointed, and that's what I apologized for, and I was wrong. But the really bad tweet, okay, the really bad tweet of that whole thread, I compared taking Nintendo's money to do a casting gig to crossing the picket line, okay? I apologize for that. That was a mistake. Yeah, I called it blood money. It's not. My mistake. No, I don't want to read it, Chad. Do I have to read it? No, I don't want to read it. I can't do it, Chad. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, God. I don't want to read it. Okay. Yeah, that ratio's bad. I am not going through the quote tweets. I will not subject myself to this. I will not do it. 100 subs. I'll read the quote tweets. 100 subs. That was one of my really, really bad ones. Okay. Really bad. And then this one. It's me tweeting, I'm on my Smegma male grind set. Okay, look. Let me explain something to you, chat, okay? I didn't know what Smegma was. I'll explain. So, because of the whole Sigma male grind set thing, I felt like it was, like, similar enough. Like, the words sounded similar. I tweeted it because I thought it was funny. Because what I actually thought Smegma was, I thought it was like, what do you call it? Placenta? Like the thing that you come out of the womb in? Like you're just covered in it? I just felt like writing a cursed tweet, right? Little did I know how cursed it was. I was too successful. I actually made something more cursed than I could have ever possibly imagined. Because then I did a Google search, good old Google search for what Smegma actually meant, and I do not stand by this tweet anymore. It's still kind of funny. I don't think anyone tries to make a cursed tweet. They go for something else, and it ends up that way, I think, right? This is extremely cursed. This kind of both belongs on this list, and it belongs on the other one. It's kind of like Magi humor. Yeah, I was channeling my inner Magi, but I couldn't. She's too good at this. I can't. This one was my favorite, okay? This person tweeted, everybody was saying Hugs must be crying after hearing about the Nintendo Panda tournaments, but he'd just be over here tweeting shit like this, which is true. Now that we're done with mine, which of course mine cannot possibly make my own list, right? That would be very egotistical of me, okay? So, nah, this one might make it. I'm not gonna lie. This one might actually make the list. Okay, I might have to. All right, so other ones that are in contention for this updated list. Okay, so this one, I think everyone saw it coming. We got Fiction. Okay, first of all, I want to make it clear. I love Fiction's Twitter. But it doesn't save you from making a stinker. This might be in the realm of an SFAT tweet, where it could make all 3 lists, to be honest. So, without further ado, let me read this off, okay? The sex equivalent of a Melee major performance is maxing yourself out in a debaucherous orgy for 3 days straight with the best sexers, that's sex havers for you in the chat who don't know the term, in the world. But then randomly twice a day, you're supposed to go on stage and get hard from just your imagination? What the f? I gotta wrap my head around this one. I read this initially and I didn't try to think about it. I just moved on. I'm like logged for the video because I couldn't believe what I just read, right? I wanted to log it. I wanted to make sure it was at least in my likes. And then I moved on. So if you go to an orgy and you have sex with sexers, sex havers, multiple times, all the time, the best sex havers in the world, and then you're supposed to go on stage and get hard, does that mean like you're so bored, or like your standard for sex is so good that anything kind of normal gets boring? So is that what he's saying about melee on stage? It's like you can't get a melee boner on stage because you're too used to playing the best melee players too often? No. Okay, he blew his load during friendly, so he has no juice left for tourney play. That's a good theory, but in the last line, he talks about getting hard from just your imagination. Now, it implies that you cannot be excited by this. I'm at a loss, chat. This is a killer. This is bad. By the way, I'm saying this right now. If you're watching this video on YouTube or you're watching it here live right now, do not go up to Fiction and ask him about this tweet, please. This is not an invite to engage with your favorite top players and ask them shit like this, okay? But I may or may not ask him myself, and then I'll give you all the answer, okay? But I could do that. I am Fiction's friend. Maybe not after this video. I don't know. I know Fiction IRL. First version of this tweet was pre-editing, was completely unhinged. This is the friendly version. I gotta know. I don't see how that's possible. Yeah, and then Eris hit me with the where's this on the list, as people usually do. And I responded with the beauty of this tweet is I don't know which list I'm going to put it on. I really did it. I first saw it and I was like, dude, I don't know. Alrighty. Remember, this is not an invite to harass people. I am just pointing out a bad tweet when I see it. This is bad. This is the main reason I decided to update the list today. So Logan has deleted his Twitter since, which I think is a good idea. I was talking to my friend who is a normie, and I was explaining to her, I'm like, yo, have you ever heard of the phrase tier list? So this person does not play any video games at all. No internet culture, really, nothing. So I'm like, sometimes people do tier lists of Pop-Tarts. Sometimes people do tier lists of like Marvel movies. And she's like, oh, okay, I get it. I was like, yeah, well, today someone did a tier list of all the major religions. And she just goes, what the fuck? And starts cracking up. I'm like, yeah, you understand how fucking absurd this is. The following thing that no one ever asked for. Major religions tier list. Like, I could just end it right there, right? But no, we keep going. Okay, now that I've read a decent chunk of the Holy Books, rankings based on the interest I had with the texts, how well written they were, and how I believe the practice of them shapes the world, whether positive or negative. Subjective list. Look, I think if you read a lot of religious texts, you can rank them in your head. Hell, you could even put out a list of which texts, the books you thought were better. Like, it's a genre, I guess, and like you like some more than others. Okay. If you're looking at it that way, sure. It's when you make it into a tier list, and you put them in categories and you say these are better than others. And also, it's what you're basing your list on. The actual list that you're making is of the religions themselves, of the major religions. And that's where you're getting into, why the fuck are you doing this? And you're probably going to upset a lot of people. It doesn't end here, right? Let's move on to the actual list itself. It's already pretty bad, and it gets worse when you go to the actual tier list. So as you understand, tier lists usually are broken up into categories. Now, if this was just like S tier, A tier, whatever, it's already bad, but a little more palatable. But then you go into these categories, and I know I since read Logan's tweet, and I think he meant to just rank the texts. But the fact that he started the tweet saying it's a major religions tier list based on the books, so he's actually just ranking the religions themselves, and then he applies these categories after saying that. Then you end up with the S tier, or the top tier, being woke, and then next, woke but slight L for idol worship. So this religion catching an L. Religions casually be catching L's sometimes. Interesting AF. Do you see the problem here? All right, this one right here, the mid tier. Pretty books, but dog water in practice, he says. Right under that, misunderstood F plus Catholicism is an L plus cool otherwise. Oh my god. I don't know what misunderstood af. Catholicism is an L. Cool otherwise. It doesn't sound like there's much otherwise left. Can't rank. I don't know what. I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. And then absolute bottom tier, American Christianity goes here. So first of all, let me say, I did find this hilarious, but it makes the list because I know that it wasn't intended to be hilarious. That doesn't mean I think it was a good tweet. The degree to how bad this is why I found it absolutely hilarious. I was not mad whatsoever. It was really bad, but I'm definitely going to laugh at it. It is hilarious. The tweet is absurd. And then I started seeing some memes where I actually retweeted it. Even the retweet was not taken well. There were people who were pissed at my retweet because they didn't know the context. Someone sent me the tweet. Thank you to ESC Crispy. Do you guys know the reference here? It's from the Smash documentary. Judaism is the computer. Islam is cool as a cucumber. And Christianity is hot as fire. It's like a rock, paper, scissors. They beat each other. It's almost as offensive as the original tweet. And then you had Envy's tweet. He just goes by Falco now. Where he adjusted the tier list to simply woke but slight L for idol worship. Interesting as f***, and he put Immortal Techniques Dance with the Devil as a religion. Which, if you haven't heard that song, look, I'm saying red flag if you know anybody who likes this unironically, okay? Red flag in my opinion. The f*** is this ranking religions? Look, Rainsky, please, okay? You guys need to stop coming into my stream and assuming that I'm the one that did this, okay? I am but a vessel. I am merely talking about the fact that someone did this and then people started making fun of it. This is the thing making fun of it, okay? This is why I had to stop retweeting anything related to this because people thought that I was the one coming up with this. Nick moves on to put Canes as a religion in the mid-tier, which is fair. A lot of people who like Canes, they like it as if it were a religion. I can't stand Canes fans, and this is coming from an In-N-Out stan. I talk about In-N-Out like it would be a religion. It is my religion, kind of, in a way. And then under American Christianity, Nick puts America's Funniest Home Videos. Christian people do love America's Funniest Home Videos. Is that show still running, by the way? It's got to be obsolete at this point, right? It's still going? How? Back to other people's tweets. This is very clearly a big-time contender for the worst Smash tweets list. The religion tier list. I can't believe someone wrote this. I just cannot. Who the f put this up already? Hold on. That's what's living in my head rent-free. Smegma. You guys think you're so fucking funny. That's what's living in my head rent-free. Smegma. Next one. Okay, so this is Professor Pro saying, there are so many Smashers who know I'm from the UK, but are still shocked when they hear I have a British accent. What do you expect? And then Gary says, because the majority of Americans in our generation hasn't seen an African American with a British accent. That's a whoosh. That's a big whoosh. Professor Pro responds, I'm not African nor American. By the way, this comment also relates to the classic Prince Abu tweet. Basically, I tell this story all the time, and if I had a screenshot, it would make the list, I think. But actually, it was actually more funny than anything. Prince Abu, years ago, made his own tier list. His own ranking, not a tier list, but a ranking of his favorite African-American smashers. A list that no one asked for. No one asked him for this list, and he made this list. And number one on his list was Professor Pro, a black man who is neither African nor American. All right, guys, contender. My top 5 favorite African-American smashers. Smiley face, Professor Pro, Spot Dodge Shine, Shroomed, Axe, and Big Wens. Yeah, they're all black. Number 1 is most definitely not American and not African. So this whole Twitter page could actually have a ton of contenders. The Should Have Teched basically takes dogshit responses from Smash Twitter who are trying to be funny and are just completely out of touch. Wake up, babe, new Inkling tech just dropped. The bomb slide or something like this. And then someone said, what the fuck is this? Imagine bomb sliding right into Dare Spike like the plane that dropped the bomb on Japan. Like, okay, now, you know what? This might be a contender. Hold up. So the whole thing is, it's like calling out tweets that are like, you know how when someone like falls off the motorcycle and gets in a really bad accident, and then someone replies with, should have teched. Haha. Like they reply with Smash humor. This whole page is dedicated to that. So let's go through some of these and let's see. COVID really killing Smash Bros. It's Joker's fault for taking off his mask constantly. Haha. Tell me how my dumbass forgot to have COVID and ran up the stairs and now I feel like I ran a marathon. That's a tweet from Wadi. Then they said, I don't think you got COVID. It's too afraid to play your ROM. You just want to hear like just a fart noise after that. That's the only appropriate sound. I don't... Dude, I don't even want to immortalize this one. It's really... Oh, man. No, I think it deserves to make the list. But it like doesn't make me laugh. You know what I mean? It's really bad. So, we're going to rank them now. And I'm going to actually rank the prior ones that I didn't do before, okay? I'm going to list them out, and then we're going to decide on an order, okay? I'll decide them on the side, okay? This is just a recap. We got Logan's Major Religions tier list. A tier list that no one asked for. Next is... What the fuck is this? Imagine bomb sliding right into a dare spike. Like the plane that dropped the bomb on Japan. Okay, and then we got the Salem tweet. Melee isn't a part of the actual Smash community. And I'm not saying that because I don't like them. I'm saying that based off of years of research. IC's players have absolutely been getting bullied out of the game. If Melee had its own hate speech, Wobbler would be it. And then Ryo beat with a contender for the good one. Yeah, okay, I won't say Wobbler, but can I say Wobbla? Playing net play is like touching yourself while watching porn, but playing on a CRT is like having that certain someone touching you. And then last contender, Leffen saying, trust me, you know absolutely nothing about streaming Ultimate if you think minimum wage jobs are harder. And there you have it. That's the list. Now let's rank them. I think these all deserve to be on the list, by the way. We got 9. We're barely missing one for a top 10, but we'll get there at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, I think SFAT CRT goes at the bottom. I think it's like just not so bad that it really deserves a high spot, but it's terrible. Innocent, terrible ones tend to not be as high on this list because how do you beat out these really shitty ones, right? The ones that are actually terrible. Okay, all right, SFAT CRT. Let's keep going. Another one. Okay, I want to put the bomb dare spike one here, not because it's not terrible, but because it's soul sucking. Yeah, I think the Salem tweet kind of falls off a little bit. Just because it's turned into more of a meme. You know, it doesn't have the same impact. Wobbler hate speech. It's number 6 in my mind. Number 5. I think number 5 would be Leffen's fast food tweet. I think this is fair because mine's worse. So I would put mine here. Some dude's picket line tweet. Somebody wrote it. I don't know who. Yeah, and then I think our top 3 are pretty clear. I'm putting the dare spike, bomb dare spike tweet at number 3. That is really, really bad. And then Wi-Fi Warriors discrimination tweet. And then I think we have a new number 1. Look, I will just be clear. The other tweets are objectively worse. They say worse things, but this one, it kind of fits the spirit of the list. It's so bad. To me, it's kind of funny. And it could be some recency bias. That could be it. And we will revisit this in the future. But I do think that the religion tier list makes number 1 for me. Just give it a month. It might get overtaken. But I could not believe that tweet existed. Immediately, I asked myself why. And the categories. Come on, chat. Again, this isn't to harass. This is like, you f***ed up. Made a bad tweet. So there we go, chat. We have updated the list. My first update to one of my Smash Twitter lists in months. I hope you all enjoyed it. Okay, I'm gonna be doing the best Smash tweets soon. To Logan's credit, he also has one of the best Smash tweets ever to his name. It's the one where Leffen, the one thing you never want to see on Twitter, and it's someone posting an opinion about Fox, and then Leffen appears to comment. Did I win best and worst? Hey, what's up, Logan? I'm glad you can take it in stride. You are on the best list for that tweet, not number 1 of all time, but you did make that list pretty highly, and then you've also made the worst Smash tweet list. Congrats. Beers in the chat. Hey, I made the list too. It happens to the best of us. In all honesty, I found it hilarious. It was terrible. It was quite bad. The appropriate reaction is to dunk on it as a joke further, right? That's the appropriate reaction, not to like talk shit or like hate on someone. Just a bad tweet. Thank you for watching. That's the worst Smash tweets list update. Subscribe, turn on notifications, watch the latest video. I will be doing a lot more in the coming year because I am changing my living situation so I could actually have a room and a separate place to sleep. This shit is driving me crazy at this point. I gotta get on my Ludwig shit and have a separate room for streaming. I don't know if it's gonna be decorated like that. That shit is insane. Shout outs to Sad Dad. But yeah, it'll be a new environment. It'll be good for me, and I'll enjoy it more that way. Cool, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Say bye to YouTube too. Bye, everybody. Peace. Out of context, Hugs Twitter was feasting tonight. Okay. Smegma energy. No, stop saying I have smegma energy, please. Shut the fuck up. Don't call it the Smegma Male Grind Set. I've made a mistake.